What is going on, guys? Randall 419, the man with the million, bringing you my top 10 most anticipated games for 2017. But before we get into the list, I just wanted to point out, if you missed my last video, it was I did a top 10 ID at Xbox games / indie games of 2016. A lot of great indie games came to the Xbox One this past year. I wanted to shine the spotlight, give a lot of these games their due credit. Hopefully get more people to see them, because there really were some standout titles, and hopefully you guys check out the video and maybe even check out some of the games that were on there. But anyways, on to the list today. Now, before I get in my top 10 games of 2016, which I'm going to do in a couple days, I wanted to look forward to 2017 and talk about the 10 games right now that I'm looking forward to the most. And the only really criteria was they needed to either have a date, like a solid date, or the devs and whatever needed to say it's coming out in 2017. And I think all the games on this list there are confirmed for 2017, so you won't see like Death Stranding or God of War or any game that's kind of like in this nebulous in development. And that's not really a shot at Sony. I'm just saying, like, I have no idea when those games are coming out, and neither do the devs, so those games aren't on there. And so let's start this off. So number 10 is going to be, and you guys are going to laugh, because if you follow me, you're going to know that how could this be true, but number 10 is Destiny 2. Yeah, Destiny 2. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how can that be on my most anticipated list? Because if you've been, listening to me on TXR Podcast or elsewhere, shameless plug, TXR Podcast, and the description is in the link below. Great podcast we do Monday nights. I don't really like Destiny at all, even though it's my most played game on Xbox. I think I have like 300 plus hours into it. However, the reason it's on my list is because I am really interested how they change from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. It has piqued my interest. I want to know, like, the fundamental changes, of like the criticisms that, they had were like, hey, this game didn't have a story, yada yada yada. I'm really interested in seeing how they go forward from here, and even the rumors of them not allowing people to bring stuff forward, that Destiny 2 is just going to be like a brand new game, has me really interested in it. And especially for the fact that I know a lot of people, some of my best friends on Xbox, like DOA, V, who have put thousands upon thousands of hours into Destiny, and for them not to be able to carry their stuff through. I'm interested in seeing how they, Bungie goes along with it. I'm not saying like I'm going to play the game. I'm just saying I'm really interested and anticipating, I'm thinking, how are they actually going to do this? Like, what is Destiny 2 going to be all about? Because this is a grand 10-year plan that they're going on. So I'm waiting by the sidelines. It has my attention. If it's good, maybe I'll play it. Maybe the first game was just an anomaly, because Bungie has created some of my favorite games of all time. So there's that. Number 9, we have Sea of Thieves. Now, Sea of Thieves is on here maybe for the same reason that a Destiny is on this list. Now, I have played Sea of Thieves. I was at E3 this past year. I did play the demo. It was a 20-minute demo. I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ship-to-ship combat and things like that. However, we did interview Craig Duncan on TXR, and I get the sense the game is going to be more about what you make of it and your adventures, rather than like a full-on, story-driven game, which is my bread and butter. So I'm anticipating the game. Like, from what I played, I enjoyed it, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what the game actually is. This is another game that's kind of shrouded in mystery. Is it a game I'm going to want to play? Is it a game I'm going to want to play and play for a long time? Because you know me, I'll probably play the game, but isn't it be one that I'm looking forward to playing? And I really want to get into that alpha to see what the game is like, because I remember hearing a lot of shit. It's talking a lot of shit about Fable Legends, but then I actually got to play Fable Legends, and it was quite good. So I am looking forward to Sea of Thieves, to see what the game is, what you do, everything around it. So that's why it's on the list. And number 8, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Not the biggest Star Wars fan, I know, but I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. So I was really excited for Star Wars Battlefront 1 until they said it was just a multiplayer only game. And I sighed. I'm like, really? Come on, guys. This is freaking Star Wars, right? But the reason this game is on my list is because they confirmed that they're going to have a single-player campaign. And immediately I'm like, a single-player campaign in a Star Wars universe, I am so in. Like, I pretty much love all the Star Wars games. Like, even those... I'm not going to say they were great, but they weren't bad. Like the Force Unleashed games, the 1 and 2, I quite like those. I like Star Wars games. And the way DICE is with the great-looking graphics and the big kind of like looking arenas and things like that, like I think they can make a fantastic first-person shooter, or maybe third-person, I guess, story set in the Star Wars universe. It would probably be freaking fantastic. So that is number 8, right? Number 7, I am really looking forward to is Outlast 2. Outlast 1 really surprised me. It's one of my favorite games on the Xbox One, AAA or indie. I have all the achievements in that game. I beat that game on insane difficulty without reloading batteries. Yes, that is a bitch of an achievement, because anybody who's played that game knows that if you play on insane and you die, you got to start the whole game from the beginning, and they don't and the achievement requires you not to reload the battery in your camera, which means you pretty much can't see the entire game, and that game is dark. But man, that game was just great. A lot of jump scares, a lot of tense moments, and I played the demo for the second one, and I'm psyched. I'm ready to go. I think the game's supposed to come out in March. That is a day one buy. I'm getting that game, and I cannot wait to play Outlast 2. You know what's kind of funny is that it looks like Resident Evil. I know a lot of people say Resident Evil's going for that PT vibe, but it seems to me that they're going a lot for an Outlast vibe too. But anyways, at number 6, coming at the number 6 slot for 2017, we have Crackdown 3. I'm a fan of Crackdown. I really enjoyed Crackdown 1. I thought Crackdown 2 was a bad game and wasn't a lot of fun until they added the jump boots. It did have the 4-player co-op, which I thought was great, but Crackdown 1 was a great surprise. You know, jumping around the city, being a superhero, collecting those orbs, man. Like, collecting those orbs, that was like an obsession. You'd be doing something, like tackling an objective, and then you see the orb in the distance, and you would just go after it. It was a lot of fun. So what they're trying to do with Crackdown 3, you know, according to all the reports and stuff, is maybe something we've never seen before. A fully destructible environment online with your friends. Like, I don't think there's been a game where you could fully destroy every structure of the game. So that is a unique thing. Can they pull it off is the question, though. I mean, this game has been unveiled in 2014, and it's still not out yet, and they say it's coming in 2017. I have my doubts. But, you know, with Scorpio launching, maybe this will be the big, like, launch title for Scorpio. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I'm hoping it's, you know, at least as good as 1, hopefully better. But I can't wait to play the game. Coming in at number 5 is Horizon Zero Dawn from the PlayStation 4. I think this game looks fantastic. Every video I see of it makes me want to play it more. And yes, currently I do not have a PlayStation, but I plan on getting one before Horizon Zero Dawn comes out. So, yeah, I think the game looks really cool. I'm really interested in playing it. There's a lot of games on the PlayStation I have not played because I haven't played a PlayStation game since the PS2, So I'm looking forward to playing through the Uncharted games and playing through Last of Us and games like that. But man, this Horizon Zero Dawn game, to me, looks fantastic. The way it looks, the way it moves, it looks like a bona fide AAA experience. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Guerrilla Games because I've played some of the Killzone games and they're not very good. But I don't know, we'll see. I think Horizon looks good, and that's why it's on the list. And then at number 4, coming in at number 4, we have Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, you knew this game had to be on there. I'm a I'm a Rockstar fan. I love GTA. I didn't really love Red Dead Redemption. I liked it quite a bit, though. I do have all the achievements in Red Dead Redemption. I did everything you possibly could in that game. After Grand Theft Auto 5, though, I'm in. Like, I adored Grand Theft Auto 5. I thought it was an amazing game. I think it was my game of the year for 2013 over BioShock Infinite, and I love BioShock Infinite, but I'm ready to do some Red Dead Redemption. I'm ready for another game from Rockstar. Wild Wild West, riding around on the horses, doing a lot of crazy stuff. Probably going to have some sort of co-op with your friends online, although I'm not interested in the online part. I'm interested in the story part. But yeah, that's my number 4. Number 3, we have a game that was supposed to come out this year that was delayed. We have South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I love South Park, okay? I'm a South Park fan. I thought the first South Park a couple years ago was absolutely fantastic. I actually have the game. I got the remastered edition. I'm going to play it again probably before this one comes out, but man, that game really came out of nowhere and was quite surprising about how good it was. But man, I cannot wait for South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I've kind of been on a media blackout. I haven't watched much of it, but I'm excited for this game to come out. It is a day one buy. Most of these games on here, except for maybe Destiny 2, is a day one buy, although we'll see. I'll probably buy all these games regardless, right? Number 2, for 2017, my most anticipated, we have Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm a Mass Effect fanboy. I'll be the first one to admit it. I love the Mass Effect games. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are fantastic. Although I prefer Mass Effect 2 and 3 over Mass Effect 1. I liked how they more went to a shooter RPG rather than an RPG shooter like the first game was. And I'm interested in new characters and a new place and a new setting with new enemies. I know a couple of my friends out there, they're like, I'm done with Mass Effect. You know, they told the story and it's finished, and they see this game as just kind of cashing in on the Mass Effect name. But man, that gameplay reveal at the VGAs really did it for me. Like, I don't really get excited for CGI trailers and stuff when they put them out, you know? Like, what really starts getting me excited is gameplay. I want to know what I'm going to be doing. And when I see a CGI trailer, I know it's not what I'm going to be playing. It's just, it looks good, but it doesn't get me excited. I want to know what I'm going to be doing for 95% of the time I play a game. So that gameplay segment got me really excited. Like, I cannot wait to play Mass Effect. It is so good. But anyways, leading up to number 1 for the most anticipated game of 2017 for me is Prey. I think Prey looks fantastic. Every single time they've showed, Bethesda and Arcane have showed this game off, it looks more and more interesting to me. It looks like BioShock and Dead Space had a baby, and this is what it was. And I adore BioShock. BioShock 1 was my game of the generation on the 360. BioShock Infinite's in my top 5, and Dead Space 1 and 2 were 2 of the best like horror games I've ever played. I love those 2 games. I would play Dead Space 1 and 2 again if they were offered as a remaster. That's how much I like those games. But every time I see Prey, I always see something new. The ability to become like an object. You know, the enemies are like kind of like shadowy black ink creatures. It just looks fantastic, and it has me really excited to play that game. And I know this is what I like about Bethesda. They unveil a game and then it comes out relatively soon, within a year. I like that, right? I don't like how Sony does their, you know, hypes up their games years before release. I didn't like it when Microsoft did it either. I don't like that. I like the way they did it with Prey. It was like unveiled this year at E3, and they say it's supposed to be coming out in spring of 2017, so it's like a year turnaround. Like, that's how I like it. I don't like this whole thing of, here, Death Stranding. Not saying that Death Stranding doesn't look cool, because it certainly does, but it's like, when am I going to play this game? Like, why not just wait until a year before it comes out and then show it to me so I can actually see some gameplay, not some CGI cutscene? I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling, but yeah, so that was my list for my most anticipated games of 2017, with Prey being number 1. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content, as I do have. I'm not sure what video is going to be tomorrow. It's either going to be a look back on 2016 for Xbox and myself, or the Game of the Year video. But either way, there'll be, I think, 2 videos tomorrow, and then maybe 2 videos on Friday. So consider subscribing for more content, because it is coming. Anyways, have a good day, guys, and I will see everybody later.